Let's talk about North Korea, a country where blue jeans are banned, sarcasm is illegal, and even the smallest hint of Western influence is treated like a national emergency. Here, the color of your pants can get you in trouble, and a joke can land you in a labor camp. And yet, in the same breath, nuclear missiles are built with gusto, paraded through the streets as symbols of power and defiance. The regime fears denim as a symbol of Western corruption, but has no problem parading doomsday weapons for the world to see. It's a place where fashion is policed more strictly than weapons of mass destruction. It's a place frozen in time, where the Kim family's word is law, and reality is whatever the state says it is. The city itself feels like a living museum, with every street corner echoing the past. The country is a stage, and every citizen is an actor in a play directed by Kim Jong-un, with no room for improvisation. Every movement, every smile, every cheer is choreographed for the leader's approval. The plot: the Kims are divine, the outside world is evil, and loyalty is everything. From childhood, North Koreans are taught that the Kim family is not just their rulers but their protectors, and even their saviors. There's only one TV channel, and it's all propaganda, all the time. News, entertainment, and even weather reports are carefully crafted to glorify the regime and demonize outsiders. The regime's control is so absolute, it claims its leaders don't even need to use the bathroom. Myths about the Kim family's superhuman abilities are taught as fact. Meanwhile, outside this bubble, North Korea threatens the world with missiles and boasts about its arsenal, making headlines and sparking global anxiety. It's a bizarre paradox, a nuclear-armed state terrified of skinny jeans and foreign haircuts. The government fears outside ideas more than outside armies. While the world races ahead with AI and space travel, North Korea clings to its Cold War script. Its cities shrouded in darkness while its neighbors shine bright. They build submarines and missiles while teaching that Kim Il-sung, dead since 1994, is still the eternal president. History is rewritten to fit the narrative, and the past is never really past. It's a country that bans Twitter but could end the world with a button press. Information is tightly controlled, but military ambitions are broadcast loud and clear. To understand how this surreal control persists, we need to look at the family that started it all, the dynasty that turned a nation into a stage, and its people into an audience with no choice but to applaud. Meet the Kim dynasty, the world's most dangerous family business. For over 7 decades, this family has ruled North Korea with an iron grip, turning the country into a stage for their own relentless drama. Kim Il-sung, the original eternal president, was elevated to godhood, his portrait mandatory in every home. His image isn't just decoration, it's a daily reminder of who's in charge, watching over every citizen. His cult of personality is so strong, he still technically runs the country decades after his death. His birthday is the nation's biggest holiday, and his words are treated as sacred scripture. His son, Kim Jong-il, took over with a flair for movies and paranoia, even kidnapping filmmakers to create propaganda. He built a fantasy world on screen, while real life grew harsher for ordinary people. Despite famine and disaster, the regime's grip only tightened. Starvation swept the land, but loyalty to the Kims was demanded above all else, enforced by secret police and fear. Enter Kim Jong-un, young, Swiss-educated, and as it turns out, just as ruthless as his predecessors. He returned from Europe not with dreams of change but with a determination to secure his family's legacy at any cost. Hopes for reform vanished as he doubled down on purges, executions, and nuclear ambitions. The world watched, hoping for a new era, but instead the regime became even more unpredictable and dangerous. Loyalty is enforced with fear. Forget your Kim badge and you're in trouble. Every citizen is watched, every action scrutinized, and even the smallest mistake can mean disaster. School children pledge allegiance to the Kims, not the flag. From their first day in class, they're taught that the family is the nation, and the nation is the family. History is rewritten to make the Kims superheroes. Textbooks tell tales of their miraculous deeds, erasing any hint of opposition or failure. This isn't politics, it's a state religion, with a holy trinity of grandfather, father and son. Rituals, ceremonies, and endless displays of devotion fill daily life. Individual thought is erased, the dynasty's survival is all that matters. The people move as one, their lives choreographed for the regime's benefit. In North Korea, the family drama never ends, and you can't change the channel. The show goes on, and for its people there's no escape from the script. Life in North Korea is a maze of bizarre, suffocating rules. Every aspect of daily existence is shaped by a system designed to control, restrict, and monitor its people at every turn. Fashion is tightly controlled. Blue jeans, ripped jeans, and trendy haircuts are banned as signs of Western corruption. The government sees these as dangerous symbols, capable of undermining the regime's authority and spreading foreign influence. The state dictates what you wear, how you look, and even how you mourn. There's no room for personal expression. Conformity is enforced from childhood to old age. Watching foreign media is a crime. Sharing a South Korean drama could mean death. Even a glimpse of outside culture is considered a threat, and the consequences are severe and swift. Social media? Forget it. The regime fears outside influence more than anything. There's no TikTok, no Instagram, no Facebook, just a tightly controlled intranet, monitored by the authorities. Even emotions are policed. During official mourning, you must cry on cue, or risk punishment. If you don't show enough grief for the leader, you could be accused of disloyalty. Celebrating your birthday on the wrong day is forbidden if it coincides with a leader's death anniversary. Personal milestones are always secondary to the state's calendar. Naming your child is restricted to patriotic options. Bob is out, Bomb is in. The government provides a list of approved names, all meant to inspire loyalty and devotion to the regime. Punishments are brutal and public, designed to terrify everyone into obedience. Public trials and executions serve as grim reminders of what happens if you step out of line. A typo in a newspaper or dozing off in a meeting can land you in a labor camp, or worse. Even the smallest mistake is seen as a potential act of rebellion. The result is a society paralyzed by fear, too busy surviving to rebel. People are constantly on edge, watching their words and actions, never knowing who might be watching them. Every haircut, every movie, every tear is monitored. Surveillance is everywhere, and privacy is a foreign concept. The regime's control is total, enforced one petty rule at a time. Each regulation, no matter how small, is another link in the chain that binds the population. In North Korea, even your trousers are a political statement. What you wear is not just about fashion, it's about loyalty, obedience, and survival. And that's exactly how the regime wants it. Total control, from your head to your toes and from your first breath to your last. How does North Korea keep its people so isolated in the digital age? By building its own internet, kimhongun. It's a closed network with a handful of government-approved sites, weather, propaganda, and recipes, but no real information. Most citizens don't have computers. Access is limited to monitored state-run cafes. Every click is watched, every search logged. There's no privacy, only surveillance. Only a tiny elite, scientists, cyber agents, see the real internet, and even they're closely monitored. This digital divide keeps the population in the dark, decades behind the rest of the world. Information is the regime's greatest fear. A single smuggled USB can plant dangerous doubts. The Great Firewall isn't just about tech, it's about protecting the regime's lies. If North Koreans ever saw the real world, the illusion would collapse. So the wall stays up, and the truth stays out. In North Korea, your fate is sealed before birth by Songbun, a rigid caste system based on your family's loyalty to the regime. The elite core class gets the best jobs, homes, and food living in Pyongyang's showcase city. The wavering class is the majority, ordinary people under constant suspicion, denied real opportunity. At the bottom, the hostile class are descendants of enemies, landowners, Christians, or anyone deemed disloyal. They get the worst jobs, least food, and no education, permanent outcasts. Songbun is hereditary. Your status follows you and your children for life. One political mistake can doom your entire family for generations. It's a prison without walls, locking 25 million people into roles they can't escape. The system ensures loyalty through fear and division. Social mobility is a fantasy. The regime decides your worth. In North Korea, your last name matters more than anything you'll ever do. Songbun is the regime's invisible chain. North Korea's military-first policy means the army gets everything: food, medicine, and most of the budget. The country is run for the military, not its people. While citizens go hungry, the army is well-fed and well-equipped. Jong-un has supercharged the missile program, building ICBMs that can reach the US, the latest nuclear-powered submarines, capable of launching missiles from anywhere. These weapons are the regime's insurance policy, deterrence through terror. The cost? Ordinary people suffer, infrastructure crumbles, and healthcare is neglected. The regime starves its people to fund its arsenal. Military parades and missile launches are constant reminders of the state's priorities. The message is clear. First the army, then the party, and only then, maybe, the people. North Korea is an army with a country, not the other way around. Survival of the regime always comes first. Sanctions were meant to cripple North Korea, but the regime has become a master of evasion. Pyongyang uses shell companies, fake documents, and secret ship-to-ship transfers to dodge restrictions and keep money flowing. Illicit trade with Russia has only grown, with North Korea supplying weapons in exchange for food, fuel, and tech. This partnership undermines sanctions and helps both regimes survive. But the real game-changer is cybercrime. North Korea's elite hackers steal hundreds of millions from banks and crypto exchanges worldwide. The stolen funds are laundered and funneled straight into the weapons program. The regime robs the world to build the bombs that threaten it. Sanctions are a leaky net, and North Korea knows every hole. The world tries to squeeze, but Pyongyang always finds a way out. The regime's survival depends on its ability to cheat the system. Despite its power, cracks are appearing in Kim's regime. The most brutal tool of control political prison camps, where entire families vanish for a single offense. Yet people still resist, secretly listening to foreign radio, bribing guards, or escaping across borders. Underground markets or Jangmadang have become hubs for smuggled goods and forbidden information. These markets are the regime's biggest vulnerability, spreading outside ideas and undermining state control. A USB drive with a foreign movie can do more damage than a protest. The regime's grip is strong, but information is a slow poison. A popular uprising is unlikely, and the military is deeply tied to the regime. The most likely end? Slow erosion from within, as markets and information chip away at the system. Or the regime could lash out, creating a global crisis as it weakens. The world waits, anxious and uncertain. In the battle between information and isolation, the outcome is still unknown. North Korea's future hangs in the balance between fear and the faint hope of change.